Well, Taciturn is in chat asking the $64,000 question. Do you think Dom 5 might periodically return to the stream, Jake? That's a difficult one for me, because to me, after today, I'm done with single-player Dominions 5. I say single-player there because tomorrow there's going to be a Blitz match multiplayer. I'll be taking part in it, and I'll certainly be streaming it. So it would be false to say that Dominions 5 is over, but even after that multiplayer, will we see Dominions 5 again? And a big part of me wants to say, no. I've played a lot of this game over the past 3 weeks. It's kind of consumed my life a lot. Believe it or not, there are things I like to do outside of streaming and just playing video games, and those haven't been happening because most of the time has been spent not even playing Dominions 5, just staring at it. Looking at pretender designs, measuring up units, checking the Dom 5 Inspector tool to see how things match up. The game is fantastic brain food, but I want to be done with it. I want to wrestle control of my life back from this game. It does feel like a game that one could play forever, and it also feels like a bit of a waste not to ever play it again, because it had quite the learning curve, it had quite the learning cliff. Getting to know this game was a big hurdle. I got over that hurdle, but to only play it for a few weeks and drop it seems a bit sacrilege to the effort put in. So the honest-to-God answer is I don't know. I hope not, but I think maybe. That's about as vague as it gets. Maybe I could vague it up a bit more, but I don't know. Maybe it will, hopefully, for me, it won't. There are many, many other games out there, and I don't tend to stay glued to one game on this channel. I'm sure there are plenty of counterexamples to that will come to mind. Hey, the thing about Frostpunk is when I said we were done, we were done. We haven't been back since. I said that when that game gets new content, I come back to it, and unfortunately, development-wise, the game is dead and buried. Hopefully they bring out something new, though. Where's Frostpunk 2? Where's Heatpunk? Okay, where are we at? We're at playing another game, Dominions 5. This should be the last one. We've been over that one. Right, it's going to be 1 versus 1 impossible mode, and I'm hopefully going to win. If I lose, well, a loss has been a long time coming. The question is, what are we going to fight against? I said anybody who wants to submit an impossible pretender god is more than able to do so. We only had one submitted though. We had one come in from Drewski. Now I already created a pretender in my head and chose a nation before I saw this, so I won't be building any counters to this. Nonetheless, this is what we're going to be fighting against Drewski the Demi-Lich. They've got maxed out scales for late age Atlantis, which I thought was a seafaring nation. They're not, they're actually land-based. So they got undead command, but most of all withering weapons. We don't like withering weapons. You fail a magic check against those, and you're going to age until you die unless you're a nation of long-lived. I'm not actually sure if mine are, I sincerely doubt it. This pretender is imprisoned, so spoiler alert, hopefully I never see the guy. Besides, he's got, what, 3 hit points, 1 lucky hit, and that thing is dead. Even though it has pierce and slash resistant, you could just crush that thing with a heavy mace and you'd be done and dusted with it. Jake, it just dawned on me. I've been watching you since 2015 with the Sengoku Ransford. That's like 6 years. That is 6 years. Time does indeed fly. Sometimes I look back at my old streams and think, good lord, I've been at this for a while. Normally I don't like to stick at any one thing for more than 5 years, but streaming has bucked that trend, so... this could be full of so many more pretenders if I spent ages just making them and saving them. But I tend not to. The only ones I saved were good old Rainbow Monkey from Lanka. I really wanted to make a build with the fountain that we stole from Airmore, but it just could not compete to Cetus Earth Snake. This snake is too powerful. Far too powerful. Needs nerfed, needs made more expensive, needs anything, because it will take out any indie with that protection. Unless they have a mage, and you could always ping a province to check if it has a mage. Only costs like 25 gold for a scout. Anyway, I'm getting off the tracks here. What are we doing? Creating a world, random map. let's get nice and cozy. We're playing this small. We're land-based nations, so no need for lots of water. And forget east-west wraparound. I like north-south wraparound. That's probably going to look hideous with a small map, but I don't want to run the risk. Well, I don't want to run any more of a risk than there already will be of either nation being trapped either behind mountains or across water, because that just blows. I really should have looked into Nix's tool for making so-called balanced maps where it guarantees at least 4 adjacents for every capital, because I just get flashbacks to that time with Spider Nation. One time I did launch up a game just to test out some kind of design I'd made, and it spawned me on an island away from every other player. They couldn't get to me, but I certainly couldn't get to them. I think it took like 30 plus turns to research a boat just to go and meet them. So game name, I think this is the 8th game. Game 8, Impossible. Late age. Yeah, we went through quite a few early age and quite a few middle age, but I only plan on doing 1 late age here. I thought I'd do a lot more late ages, but there comes a point when you do have to finish an open-ended long play. So we will be playing against our friends, the late age Atlantisians. Where are you at, guys? Here we go, near the bottom. Aggressive, because everyone keeps going, you should play more aggressive mode, Jake. And I'll give you aggressive mode. Oh, that's right, I have to have them on human so that I can make their pretender for them. Okay. I'm certainly not going to be random. I'm going to be the one race that I've been told to play this whole time, even if people haven't explicitly said it. Utgård. Well of Urd. Because people have been saying, why do you always choose heat scales and why are you not playing as giant old men? Let's fix both of those things. So here we go. The Well of Urd. They are giants. They're cool looking giants and... Okay, so we're not going to be immune to withering weapons. They will bring us to our old age and kill us that way. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't been hit with withering weapons as anything other than a human. And humans just keel over to it, so we'll find out. Yeah, Ubin would be proud, because Ubin is going to have a starring role in all of this. We get the Well of Urd, we get gems, we get Norna. Norns are strange, well, cool for them. And also, our 1 sacred unit. Well, our 1 sacred regular unit is the Garm Hierding. At least I think it is. It'd be nice if this had some kind of UI indication of what's what. I'm very unfamiliar with this nation, but I was clicking around to see, are there any giant old men? And I came across these guys. So it's a land of bitter winters, cool summers. It was once Jotunheim, the home of the giants, but with the coming of man, the giant population has dwindled. What a tragedy, but it sounds much like the Varl. So, what are we going to do with Utgård here? Well, I'm going to play as Nancy Drew, and the... Ah, crap, I managed to forget what the name of it was. This will not do. Fortunately, I keep a quick access folder for all the Nancy Drew, episodes. It's not Ghost Dog. She's not the Ghost Dog of Moon Lake. What was the frozen one? Ah, yes, the White Wolf of Icicle Creek. I don't know if there's enough space for that in the name, but we'll try for it. Right, what do I want with you? Isis, that was the name of the dog. That name's a little lost on people now, isn't it? Right. I want a few of you. I want quite a bit of you. I want rather a lot of you, and quite a lot of you. Because I would like to have a return of the hard skin. The reason I need hard skin is because your protection isn't great. You'll get mulched by indies. If I give you 6 earth, that's going to boost that by 6 to make it 19. And with hard skin, it's going to be boosted by a further 5 to make it 24. But that's not all. It's going to be boosted by another 7 because of Berserker, which is going to take it to a number I can't even count to. And it doesn't stop there. We're going to give you even more Berserking. Drop that by 1. 2 more Berserker to give 2 more protection if and when you get hit. And on top of that, we're going to give you Blood Surge. You'll get more attack, more strength. Perhaps most importantly, you'll get Reinvigoration the moment you kill something, and you're quite likely to kill something. because that bite of yours is going to rip anything's head off. Any indie, at least. That gives us a few water points to spend. I don't want to go overboard on the old water, but I'll get 4 at least for the bless, and then consider my options. We shouldn't need cold resistance, we're already pretty cold. Water walking is a little tempting just in case we find that one river that blocks us from murdering. It's a shame because I lose defense skill for doing that, but it's probably worth my time. You know what, we could just put another bit of water to get the defense skill on top of that. Okay, there's a minor case of the oh dears with the design points here. We're 277 in deficit. And it's going to go more into a deficit because I want a lot of candles. I'd like 8, 9, or 10 of them. We'll figure out how many we can get. Let's do that to begin with. We're going full frozen, because why wouldn't you? We're going full death, because honestly death is underrated. Everywhere I see, it's just a given that you take growth, and I'm sure growth will make you incredibly powerful in a protracted game. It even gives good income early on. But my counterpoint to that is imagine getting 40, 80, 120, 160, 200, 240 points to spend on murdering your closest neighbor. Then you'll take their capital, and that will give you like a 50% boost in income. Give or take. Well, you take the surrounding area as well, you'll get double your income in. That's probably better than waiting about 40 turns to double your income on your capital province. And it takes a while for it to spread, both to give out the growth and to bring in the death. I'm still a believer in death, even if growth is really good. Anyway, I've also been swayed on misfortune, because misfortune's pretty good. It's a lot of points to spend, and it only... it gives you a 20% chance of good events at this, I think. 20, maybe 30. I'll take that, and just rely on other kinds of luck. We can squeeze out an extra candle. Not sure I like this, though. I could go 8 and have that. I guess it depends on what our units cost. We should take a quick look, especially at you. Low resources, high recruitment points. So it's alright to take quite a bit of sloth, and maybe just not go turmoil here. Well, of course misfortune is overpowered again. I think fortune's overpowered whichever way you take it. Either 2 misfortune or 3 fortune. The reason I don't go 3 misfortune is because I ran a test to see what 3 misfortune was like, and it's just wave after wave of utterly horrible events. Not like, oh, knights have risen up and attacking your province. No, that's just one province that you will take back next turn. Things like the earth is cracked open and a portal of hell is spewed out and these invincible units are spilling forth. And, oh, a band of heroes has taken over a province, and these heroes are all stronger than your own god. Ho-ho! I'm sure you can game those to your advantage, but my god, they kicked my arse. Okay. Luck 3 and Growth 3 is a horrific combination. You probably mean for making loads of money. Well, we're going to have to make money off of the bones of our enemies. Naturally, this is an awake expander. Let's hope we can make this work. So, how many spaces do we have? Wow, we could name the god something huge. Okay, so, what is it? The Ghost of Icicle Creek, right? The White Wolf of Icicle Creek. Excellent. I hope I spelled icicle right. I get awfully confused with words that have I's and maybe Y's. Looks good to me. Welcome, our god. All praise the White Wolf of Icicle Creek. Yes, we will. Okay, now here's Atlantis. I do not know anything about late game or late age Atlantisian units, except I kind of recognize this guy. He looks like he's from the mercenary group, the Shipbreakers, that we hire on occasion. Hitting him can hurt because he will give you the poisonous barbs. Only with a short weapon, though. Does he use a lot of poison tip? Well, if I had known that, I certainly would have invested in some poison resist. As it happens, I don't have poison resist. Well, that's a real shame. I'm just going to have to live with that. Are they all poison blood? No. Just these specific light infantries appear to be. These icy glaives do magical ice damage, but we should be okay with that, given that we are cold people anyway. Anyway, we're just going to load in Drewski, the Pretender God, and look at this. Fine. Enable those. Human... impossible AI. Isn't there a setting to make them aggressive? No, I already made them aggressive, didn't I? I think I did. Standard research, Thrones of Ascension. I like to go for 6 with 2 added level 2 thrones, but we won't. This is a fight to the death. And renaming is, of course, allowed. Alright, have at, I suppose. Human turned AI will have a standard personality. I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure there's a way to make it aggressive. I think if you set it before when you're selecting the nations, you change it to be aggressive. Well, I guess we'll all find out. The thing about late age Atlantis is all their best troops have cold power, so their important stats are +3 in cold dominion, and magic weapons, so they can do amazing stuff with Stygian Rains. Don't know what a Stygian Rain is. I'll take your word for it. You can add thrones. Yeah, I know about that, Sturmrat, but I just want this to be us killing each other rather than fighting over thrones, even if I know that we can make thrones not be the win condition. I like the thrones, but I've always played with thrones. Let's play without them. Okay, so this one's a little awkward. I'm going to have to shield my eyes in a way. This is going to be terribly unconvincing. But I need to select Atlantis. Okay. And then just not look where we are. And I need to go to... ah, crap, what is it? How do I do anything here? Ah, there we go. Good, it's closed it all off. Become AI controlled. This is irreversible. Go ahead. I'll keep my eyes closed or shield my eyes in case this shows me their location. Okay, it doesn't. And there we go. So eat that, Tyrion. It does set their type to aggressive. Okay. And again, if I just... okay, now I have to navigate to end turn. Can I just hit enter? Lovely. That worked out pretty well, actually. Utgård, it's our time. The game loves to put my back against a wall every time I do it, but this looks pretty perfect. Unless they spawned here. Oh, even if they did spawn there, I can be connected to them. Righto. Right-oh. There's a slight problem that I can't expand turn 1 with the White Wolf unless I want to risk its life, and it could easily die out there. But I think it might be worth doing anyway. Because, oh right, I gotta remember this. White Wolf sneaks by default. Blind expand with a god, even if it's not into our dominion. If White Wolf dies, then what a shame. Come on, early god death, says Dark Young. What a monster. Right, you go and check out what's there. You become a prophet. And as for our province, I want lots of old men at every opportunity. I can only spout out 6 of them right now. That's not even using up all my holy points, but resources and gold are a little too low right now. Really titchy map. Yeah, we're gonna get intimate here. Oh man, early god death would kill this entire thing. It's a huge risk to send out the dog, but sometimes you just gotta... any guard you can give the dog, yeah, it would make a lot of sense to give the dog just something to help keep it alive. Anything to help keep it alive. And I guess I could assign you guys to be the guardian of the commander. Oh. This is wimpy. I don't want to do this, but normally if you have high domain, it spouts out from your capital a bit. This time it did not. Okay. I don't really care what the other guys do. They're probably going to throw javelins, right? Yeah, who are these guys? Oh, they're also javelineers. Guard commander won't use javelins, but they will use those axes of theirs. And they're quite well protected. These are some good infantry that we start with. And he's loving it. Anyway, if this is filled with a lot of people or some horrible mage, we're going to die. But, you know, those are the risks. Okay, get to it, our beloved god. So here's a nice thing that Isis does. Isis spawns mini Ices. They also have Berserker, their protection isn't bad, and they actually have 2 attacks as opposed to our god who only has 1. And we're fighting against, okay, the ideal unit. Actually, those crossbows are not ideal, but they're also pretty easy to kill. Also, the White Wolf of Icicle Creek is casting some kind of shards. That's a shame. I want you to go in and attack, not attack. So our dogs, the moment they get hit, and their hit points are rather sizable, they go berserk. Their defense skill is non-existent, but that's okay. It doesn't have to exist, they just have to get killing. And they do like to eat. And a unit that's gone berserk is a unit that is not going to flee either. So there we go, in goes Isis. Isis is immediately getting shanked. But with that berserker, Isis now has protection 26, which should be enough to handle most indies. Isis's little Isis puppies are all dead, but that was to be expected. I'm just here to do a bit of early expanding, so don't mind me. As long as Isis doesn't get crippled or limp or anything like that, we should be good. It's that defense skill, though. I'm not going to have defense skill. I think the defense skill 5 or lower is the same as having defense skill 0. Oh yeah, goodbye crossbowmen. Crossbowmen are actually pretty good with... Hold on, I thought they had clubs. Well, they don't. Too bad for them. If you don't tell the god to attack, it'll waste fatigue spamming useless spells. Yeah, probably going to fix that. I don't know if fatigue is built up by Berserk. It might be. Oh, you've got fear. That's cool. I wonder if your little litter of puppies also had that. Should look into that. I don't think fear stacks the way anybody wants it to. Well, that's alright. I didn't lose many of my giants, and the god went out and expanded turn 1, which I think's very good. In fact, all we lost were 2 of those things. Glorious. Since the puppies don't show up here, I assume we don't pull it from province to province. So, jolly good. We pushed out, and we're expanding what we have here. We must do yet more pushing. More and more of these guys, as many as we can handle. And if we have extra gold, I suppose having an extra scout would be useful. Although I'd like a Jotun Jarl. Just start pushing out my units a bit more would be nice. I should get the cap, though. Didn't I give you guys water walking? But you can't go over there. Ah, I see. You have these guys. Now the White Wolf of Icicle Creek can still not move over there. What am I missing? There we go. There we go. Get running over there. You have plenty of map move. By the way, let's turn on this, which only number 9 is needed, and Control M for map movement cost. Now I could go there, or I could go over to the Blightlands. That allows me to cover more of this stuff here. Blightlands have quite a lot of, wow, tons of resources. Must be those mountains. Well, I want those then. So go over and deal with that. Shame about lack of income. Light infantry, crossbowmen, heavy infantry. Those crossbowmen could probably kill Hogane here. The question is, do I wait another turn to get more of these guys in or not? Thinking I might. Hate wasting turns that aren't spent on expansion. If your pretender gets wounded, then there's a spell in Blood Magic 2 that heals all wounds for 5 blood gems. And of course, gems, we mean people. You know, I could make one of you, but yeah, you cost 130 gold, forget that. I think I will get my second batch of you guys and then run our pretender in with all that. Whilst the god continues to run rampant around here. But you still have a job, you can always preach the teach. And I want you out there. And I do want to build up a hell of a treasury. So now, there's a bit of a difference. Wait, there was 2 fights? Why were there 2? Don't tell me I sent my spy in to attack proper. Probably did. I probably held control when I told him to move. Also, we've only got 1 puppy this time. But this puppy is actually blessed this. Oh, I forgot to tell you to attack. Well, that's bad. You know, waste your turn on more flying shards. Well, that could be a shame. Oh, I was going to check. Do you have fear? You do have fear. It's only 5. Oh, well, you're very dead. What a shame. Okay, well, I worry a bit for my my god here, because I forgot to tell him to attack. Yeah, you told the scout to go and die. Ah, that makes sense. I was used to holding control click because of our dog here. Okay, stop casting useless magic and actually attack things, will you? He's got that blood surge going. He's going in. He's gone berserk, so he's going to stop casting useless spells. He's also getting shanked to death here. There we go. Now go and eat up that spellcaster wherever they are. Well, they either ran or they're already food. Good dog. Now this is our scout dying. Whoops. Well, that's why we made a backup scout. We did make a backup scout, right? I was fairly certain we'd made a backup scout. I strongly recall making a backup scout. Oh well, ain't seeing it. On you go over to Iona, and now you're gonna stop casting your stupid magic and just go and attack. You did not make a backup scout. Really? I could have sworn I'd made a backup scout. Well, not the first mistake I've made, and it certainly won't be the last. Now get over there, Prophet. You've got places to kill and to keep on moving. Hopefully we'll get a lot more income next turn. I'd like to make one of you, but you cost a lot of everything. You stopped me making more Garm Heardings. And I will want more Garm Heardings. Yeah, but I'm going to need you to come in with reinforcements at some point. I doubt these guys can keep fighting forever. So here's my game plan. I will just expand far faster than the AI and strangle him to death. That's what the hell skills are there for. Ooh, I would like Minstra. And we've already spread our dominion up there. Not that that's really a consideration. But I think our dominion's more likely to spread around here than up. Can you actually get there in one shot? And can you get over there in one shot? You can't. Alright, then you will have to go up there and you'll go there. I see. Okay, well, make it so. Expanding with your awakened god is always so terrifying to me. Because if they die, you just get set back so much. And although you've got pretty great protection, you have no defense skill. Don't be fooled by that 14. It's going to drop to 5 very quickly. Alright, so you've been attacked, and, well, actually it's not down to 5. You got that blood surge. Oh, you've got blood surge, but you're not yet berserking. You need to actually get hit to go berserking. Oh, you'll get hit. I kind of wish I had blood bonding. There we go. Berserking now, defense skill 1. That's okay, though. They know who their betters are. Chew them up. Now, this is very good for harassing our god, just getting all those units around them. Massive harassment penalty. But that's okay, that's just a penalty to defense. I mean, it might be to something else, but... Dog is so fast. Dog is so hungry. Good job. Also, that, I suppose, reinvigoration helps with keeping the fatigue down at 0. Well, your fatigue is considerably higher. I guess you just did more. That's fine. Awoo, that's it for you. That's one way to put it. Okay, here's our attack with our Blesseds. Now, you should cast a Divine Blessing on them. There we go. And now they have pretty good protection. They have no shields, so crossbows can still do a real number on them, but they have high hit points. So the crossbows, well, shouldn't be a problem. It'll be a real problem if it takes out our Pretender, though. Not Pretender, Prophet, who I can't help but realize I've left completely unguarded. I should fix that before it starts becoming a real problem. Right, so our Giants get in, and they should kill in one hit, provided they land that hit. I mean, you just hit the wrong place. You tore his arm off. Still, good show. I imagine that, yeah, with Encumbrance 4, it's going to get real expensive fighting a lot. Thunk, thunk, thunk. He loves to see it. There we go. Just all these giants with their giant axes coming in. Suspiciously well-fed furries. I can't remember where I read it, but I read the term suspiciously wealthy furry, and I was just... I wasn't quite rolling in laughter, but I found it very humorous. Okay, we can meet up in the Witherland if you folks move there, and you move here, because you can't do that in one shot. And I'm going to give you 2 bodyguards. And since all that matters is us getting into melee range, let's do it like so. Alright, how's our dog doing? Our dog could do with getting some more rich lands, but there doesn't appear to be a lot of those. Crossbowmen and heavy cavalry. Now, heavy cavalry have this way of really dinging you. But I need those open plains, so get moving. So long as it's inside our domain, it'll be okay. As for back home, more of these guys, always. But I need some scouts. Shouldn't skimp on the anything, though. Let's grab everything we can. Also, I've been skimping on province defense. I don't want to just lose one of these provinces by accident, mostly because it could lead to cutting off other provinces. And that would well, that would remove the income that I get from them, which is unacceptable. Sadly, it's either Scout or you. And I want more of you. But you know what? I can use a Scout immediately. Hell, I could use 2 Scouts immediately. I can't use these guys. What would I use my Scouts for, anyway? What's my cheapest Sacred? 45 gold. It would be nice to go out and start building temples already, because I can certainly out-temple my foe. Many ways to outdo my foe. Not sure if multi-scouting is really the way forward, but I suppose they could build palisades to give me more places to build everything. Not to mention defend in case things go Pete-Tong. And things do have a way of going Pete-Tong. Well, whatever, if I have them, it can only help me, right? Heavy infantry, heavy cavalry. The heavy cav could be a real problem. But let's just believe in it. Once Dom 5 ends, will we see a return of Vicky? Of course we will. Actually, I'm running a poll right now on what our next Vicky campaign will be between Japan, Belgium, Persia, and someone else. Alright, man, those crossbows are a little scary against our little dogs. But it was enough to make them get really angry, and of course eat the heavy cav charge for me. Once that first heavy cav charge is done, these tend to be food for my little Isislits. There we go. Oh, they realized what they were dealing with. That guy even broke his shield. Oh, I'm not sure crossbows will save you now. The dog is hungry. Very hungry. Shame you don't get to keep the little dogs. Imagine massing up an army of these things. High berserk, blessed, fearful troops with cold resist. Sounds pretty amazing to me. Okay, I'm a little worried for these guys. They probably won't stand the heavy cav charge quite as well as our furry friends did. In fact, there's a good chance they'll get harassed and tenderized by this. Well, they held. I mean, some held better than others. This guy's now a cripple. That would make him a pretty ideal bodyguard, but even more ideal, I suppose, is that he just dies next. Oh, right, no, the enemy's too afraid to keep attacking. Gotta remember, we have pretty huge attack power here. Hit him in the leg for 0 damage. Imagine being hit in the leg by a broadsword and it doesn't even hurt. That's what it's like to be these giants. There we go, he died. Barely, but he still died. That looks to be a mounted commander that's already routing. Well, these guys are all dead. What a shame for them. Down they all go. And even the priest is not spared. Okay, so worth the one loss to take that. We're going to meet up. Bad Omens in the Blight Lands, and Hogne's Brave Deeds are something worth noting, are they? Well, in that case, let's get moving together. There are other places I'd rather go to, truth be told. But I want these guys to move in together. I might want another one of you, just with more of these guys. There we go, we can start pumping these guys out wholesale now. As for our scouts, I want them boot and a boot. Sadly, our domain did not spread to Dunheim. That's a big sad for me. Also, our friends are next door. How about that? You can't get there in time, but you can get there in time. But holy moly, 110 Horse Tribe cavalries and Horse Tribe chiefs. That's a lot of them. Not sure I really want to stick my nose into that, especially now knowing where our southern friend is. No, that seems like a trap. Too big a risk to risk our dog over. I'll just set up a tiny province defense there. Similarly tiny one here. I might even set up a fort here just to pin in our foe. If I can stop him from getting his capital completely surrounded, then I should... Oh, I think we know where Atlantis is. Well, that's good news for me, as long as he does not take the Midlands. Right. Good. Now my plan is just to strangle this guy, but if I do any fighting, it needs to be done in my own domain. Honestly, you could... Nah, just stand there looking pretty. You could patrol it if you really want. Better than doing nothing. You probably have a patrol bonus, knowing you. You do not have a patrol bonus. Surprising. You can, however, move stealthily in. I could have you sneak into Black Forest. A huge Angacock was seen towering over the army. It's commanded by Alcanek the Angacock, who radiates power. Did they get a nice item in that case? I think I'll just stand here, though. I'll wait for reinforcements to arrive and then start putting the chokehold on him. That means the reinforcements will go Witherland, Point, Dunheim. That means by next turn, I want units moving into here so they can meet up in Dunheim. Which means you're going to grab these guys and move in like so. And you'll also pick up these guys just so I'll have a bit of extra backup. It's a shame to only expand into one wasteland province during this turn, believe you me, I'm saddened by that. But we'll make do with it. Province defense is up. Good. The White Wolf of Icicle Creek is doing nothing. Well, even if they get attacked, they should be safe there because it's inside their domain. No, that was just our attack into the Witherland. As long as our prophet's there to cast Divine Blessing, we're good. Now this guy is also sacred and priestly. He'll be casting blessings in case things go Pete Tong there. Nice try with your cavalry charge there, heavy cav, but not heavy enough, I'm afraid. Time for the harassers to become the harassed. Well, that's... You better run. Wow. Lost an arm. What a shame for them. We didn't lose anything, as it should be. Misfortune is up and defense... Wait, defense is down at Utgård? That's fine, we have plenty of defense. Now you guys need to start moving out over to Dunheim by way of Mitriand. Ooh, light infantry, heavy cavalry, crossbowmen. Not sure if I even want to play with that if I could go over to Hel Betharia instead. I mean, this is already going to be enraptured by ours. It's good to put more of a squeeze on our foe this way. What I will do, however, is transfer the units over to Gramner, who will give them better everything. Especially battle orders. Line formation like so, pretty please. And you stick with them. You know what? They'll both have a guard, but only one. Seems a little low. Seems very low. Don't want to thin out my front line too much. You guys are meant to do a lot of killing. But you are giants, that should be okay. Could have searched, Jake. Could have definitely searched. Well, I could still... Oh, right, no, I could take over Dunheim in one shot. That should be alright. I'll get you guys all together and just lay the smack down on our foes. I want you over in Domheim, though. You keep an eye on what's going around here. And good, we still keep pumping these guys out wholesale. We could yet be pumping out more of them. Gode has quite low leadership, but there won't be a lot of them to lead. You're a pretty great one to do the leading with, but you're so expensive. Ah, you are less expensive than this guy. Well, we'll get... And you've got a shield, so you should be able to protect yourself from any stray crossbow bolts. Right, the two of you get moving into Halbatheria. I feel like Jake is worse at reading chat now that highlights aren't in blaring red. Yeah, I disabled better Twitch TV, and now that I think about it, that was a poor move. Hold that thought. I thought it was stopping me from accessing Twitch chat. It just stopped working for some reason. But... Oh, don't tell me I removed the thing. Looks like I did remove the thing. What a shame. Well, I'll put it back in for next time. Still, I've been constantly told to look at Conjuration 4. I don't know why. It's either the Drungard or the Blood of Garm. Probably Blood of Garm, because God knows I don't have any death on me. Pack of huge wolves from the forest. The wolves are sacred. Their howls can even scare a giant. Why, that sounds pretty great. Summoning 5 of those wolves that wouldn't be lost in a single battle. Sounds like a great investment. Especially since they can be made much more protected. Well, of course, there's also this guy. Summons 3 undead Jotun giants. Incredibly strong. They can change their size at will if they're wounded. They stink of decay and rotting flesh and are surrounded by icy cold winds. Sounds pretty badass. Hopefully we'll never see it. Okay, everybody's working. Let's go. You're searching, right? Wait, you're moving? Oh, that's right. I wanted this. Also, 4 is not enough. Sorry, but you are going to have to wait a little longer. He was already going to have to wait, but too bad. If I take this, that's even more income, and income's what I need right now. Right, again, these fights with our Awake Expander. It's not good for my heart, especially when I see that many heavy cavalry coming forward. Because they could get some lucky exploding die rolls on our god, and... Well, you hit them, but that's just made them angry. Very angry. Oh, but they're going to be immensely harassed now, and every hit is going to land. Because they got no defense skill. Fortunately, though, their protection should stop all that coming in, so... Hit for 0 aplenty. And their fear should also be kicking in, so that's going to send these guys packing. Man, I like these wolves. This was actually pretty cheap for an Awake Expander. It was only 150 points. Is that a Hellblessed Utgård? I get nuclear monkey flashbacks. The monkeys weren't that much of a Hellblessed, in my opinion. They could have been better, I suppose. Okay, hopefully none of those stray Wait, that's an independent army? Is this some kind of out-of-season April Fool's joke? I didn't even scratch us. I did see that crippled unit, though. I should probably... Oh ho! Barbarian scouts have been caught and interrogated. They seem to be preparing a large-scale attack in Lonia. Lonia isn't too big of a loss. 66 income, sure, but who cares, I suppose. I mean, I guess I could put in some more provincial defense, but they were barbarians, right? They'll overrun us anyway. Let's just lose the province to them. Better than the alternative, even. Oh, that's interesting. You're over here, despite not being there. I guess you're using your aquatic abilities to go into water. I can't do that, you see. It's a shame that I don't have the Black Forest Gatto on my side. Right, let's go over and take over Midland and then start choking the life out of this guy. As for you, it's quite tempting to put a fort up here just to prevent them from coming in. Look at that, they must have some mercs on their side. Yeah, Melkorka's green men. It's kind of a shame to move my White Wolf in like that then, but I don't want him having this kind of money income. We'll take our units and spin them around over to Bell. You guys could go there in one shot. There are rather a lot of you. We could have even more of you. But there's a chance they would take that with those mercs. Man, the AI just has bottomless sums of money to summon mercs with. Not that I'm lacking in money myself. I'm going to give you another turn to get much more of these big chieftains out with. Because I need to ferry them over for a large attack here. I've been doing a little digging on SC pretenders. SC? Super combatant pretenders. Yours can solo that huge indie stack if they have protection 20, fear 5, and alteration 3, assuming no berserkers are in the stack. Uh-huh. Oh, you probably mean against this big stack in Vilvaros? Or maybe you mean this? I wouldn't know. In any case, I'm not really willing to risk it. Now my question is, do I send my god into Bell? There's a chance you could come down into Bell and that would murderize my god, so it's not worth the risk. Better to choke him than not choke him. Still, I'm very tempted to put up a fort here. Oh, he's got more Seal Hunters and Mournful Snow Warriors. Then it's a big loss of money if I lose this as well. I need to take this, hopefully grab that, and just choke out everything he can possibly do. There's something to be said for recruiting more units in Independence, if there are any interesting units. But we haven't come across Berserkers, who, undisciplined though they may be, still add quite the punch to any army. It's R for recruit, right? There we go. Yeah, nothing that screams out at me more than just choking the life out of this guy. Ah, yes. 6 is just to prevent that worst event. Nothing more to it than that. Alright, maybe go and tell us more about Atlantis, please. I don't think I need you here more than I want you over there. Ooh, locked off, though. Alright, tell me about the Black Forest Gatto. Gonna Dom strangle him before you even fight an army of his. Yeah, but his Dom here is probably quite powerful, and he has Dom all over the seas. One idea is still to build a lot of temples around here so that I can Dom kill him, but I'd rather kill him, to be honest. Okay, there was a battle in Bell, and unsurprisingly, they're pretty good. They're pretty good mercenaries did come and mulch me, but that's okay. Oh, wait, those are Independents in Bell. Ooh, very good thing I didn't move into Bell then. I did, however, move into Midland. Yeah, nice try. Goodbye. No loss for us. Our god killed a couple, and we got ourselves a famous hero. Good, but although he's over there in Bell, I'm not killing him in Bell unless I risk bringing in my god. That's a risky bit of business. I might do it anyway. Let's have an idea of how well those guys fought. I should know my enemy before I go and blow my enemy out of the water here. Or I guess into the water. What's he got? Some kind of size 4 weirdo commander with gems. They have ice protection. Cold resistance. They're fully on amphibian. Stone spears don't have the attack to hurt our giants very much. These glaives do. And their defense skill's alright, and they're well armored. These must be the mercs then. Are you also the mercs? A lot of units here. Those archers probably won't do anything to us. How about their protection? Their protection hit points, both pretty okay. Well armored units here. Scary stuff. Should be able to win against that. Should. We'll see how they fought. Militia might be rubbish, but at least they have a shield. They're throwing javelins to no avail, and they're getting glaved to hell and back. But that's with 9 protection. I got more protection than that, and when we go berserk we get even more protection. The thing I'm hesitant about is that I'll be fighting these mercenaries when whoever really needs to fight mercenaries. Still, I'll probably go in. The sooner I choke him, the better. I just hope this is enough, because it might not be. What are you doing over there? Don't tell me I left you there. Oh well, into Dunheim you go. Good, reinforcements. Let's bring in reinforcements. Ah, they'll all get over in Dunheim in time. That's quite convenient. And I can bring in more of the slightly cheaper, but still sacred guy. Well, lovely. Right, hopefully I slaughter them in Bell. Hopefully. Got everything else secured and protected. I've given him too much land here, but at least with this he tended to actually defend it up a bit better, just in case he gets any ideas. Mind you though, heavy cavalry, crossbowmen, I've seen better. Oh, gotta spend my money on something. He could move into Dunheim as well, actually. He might run away from me faster than I can run into him. Let's make sure that we're ready for that then. I'm gonna have to transfer. Oh, I bet this little guy can't give... Oh, he can't give good orders. Well, that's alright, he'll be moving in with somebody that can. Regardless, I don't like that. Give someone that can actually give commands, please. You're still hiding there, you're still hiding there, that's good. Keep an eye on what these chumps are up to. And I want him to waste himself over at Vilveros, if at all possible. I think the AI only really plays strongly if it has the time and space to expand. If you smother it in the cradle, it seems to do poorly. What a shame for them, but smothering is exactly what I'm here to do today. Oh, that feels like something I would say just before I get mulched here. You've got better leadership. But it's still just +1 for the squad, so it's probably not worth worrying about. I worry about the damage that they might do to Icy Wolf there. Oh well. Let's hope we don't kill that god. We were attacked in Domam, what a shame. Oh, we've only got one of our sacred little howlers. And there are a few of them. Okay, they actually managed to hit my god, and my god is really cheesed off. My god also got hit with something. Desiccation. Who knows. Right, let's hope we hit these guys harder than I think we do. Well, we just took 16 damage on you and 10 on you, which isn't ideal. And our god is at the back not doing damage, which is a damn shame. Also, do they have any sacreds there? Because their sacreds have withering weapons. Oh, our god is wishing they were in there doing more damage, but they're not. Go and flank them then, godlet. Their units are holding dangerously long, and they're killing some of ours. Somebody just got hit with a burden of time. Oh, good thing you're a god, and not one of those crappy, mostly human gods. These guys are well drilled, they're not running. You are really burdened by time, but that's alright. We've broken through their main line and scattering them to the winds. That's good. That's very good. 4 of our giants lost, but we have many reinforcements coming in, and that really drove his army home. It's always such a moment when I'm sending in my my guys to die like that. Right, he has sent a pretty crappy bunch here. Maybe our heavy cav can do it. They should be able to go and kill much of these guys with the initial charge. I worry a bit about these guys, though. That halberd looks very powerful, suspiciously powerful. Mournful from Atlantis. As long as they don't kill any of our heavy cav, we should be okay, but they might, especially when they're casting that down. Okay, one of our heavy cavs gone. They're probably going to break now. They have broken indeed. And we're about to break too. Yeah, those guys hit too hard for my liking. We're both routing, but I'm going to route faster than him. So he gets the province, the lucky bugger. Maybe I should have put more into Domam. Okay, now here's the real question. How do we go from here? I would like Domam back. I don't want to give him any breathing space whatsoever. I'm thinking of just sending my god in to personally take Domam back, since there's not a lot going for it. And then sending you guys into Black Forest Gato. But that leaves you without reinforcements. But I have to send my god within my dominion, or else he'll get chewed apart piecemeal. You guys are the real question then, aren't you? That's a good line. That is a good line of units. As long as you were with the Pretender. Oh, that's right, you can move into Black Forest. Not the Pretender, I meant the Prophet, of course. So that masses our entire army into Black Forest, capable of reacting to any of these locations. Trouble is if he has a real army in Waywoods. But I did scatter his mercs. 50 enemy units here. It's probably time I started thinking about templing up. Just to ensure that my Dom is supreme. But that costs money, and I don't like spending money. You're our cheapest sacred guy. Get a couple of you out then. And you're just sitting around, but you'll be grabbing reinforcements and moving in when we have maybe 2 more rounds of them. And yeah, my goal is to keep strangling Atlantis. The downside is they can expand into the waters. They are amphibious, or at least poor amphibious. If I'm in Black Forest, I can react to anywhere that he goes around here, and our dog is pretty fast as well. Should be okay. Should be okay. Domam is a bit of a moment, but I'd like to know what he has in Waywoods. If I lose my dog, I lose my Awake Blesses, which is a big loss, a very big loss. So let's believe in the doglet. Who's doing nothing? You and... oh, I've got a scout sitting around. It's pretty bad. Don't like leaving the Midlands undefended, though. That looks considerably better defended. Less people to run away if he does strike out. But he might send, you know, all of these guys. And those are some heavy hitters that he has on him. What does Bell have? Nothing special. Just keep the guy choked. If he has to break out, he's going to have to work for it. Okay, Domam. This is the painful one if he brought anything big. Oh, goodbye, dog. Okay, somebody invested in a province defense here. They're killing my dog. Oh, my dog's dead. Okay, well that's a problem. Wow, where'd he get the money for that? Okay, Black Forest. So these guys no longer have their amazing bless. So So their protection is a whole lot worse than it could have been. Damn, where's he getting all this everything from? Right, I need to keep choking him whilst I bring the dog back. Iona, Barbarian has pillaged our province. Well, too bad. Unrest down, gold up. Well, that's nice considering we have misfortune. And unsurprisingly, the Barbarians attacked us in Iona and won, but we were prepared for that. Had to be prepared for something, right? Okay, call that god. We need our god back. Well, need is a relative term, but I want my god back. This guy's expensive, but oh no, he costs way too much. You're our cheapest spammable guy there. Our prophet's good at calling God back. Man, he's got a lot of people over in Domem. Should have considered that the AI can pull a whole lot of units out of their backside. Now I could keep running around and ganking his units, but to what end? Quite well organized provincial defense there. Quite a few units to send over there if I'd like. I miss my dog already. I think both Berserker and Hard Skin, those are the two awake blesses. So we need to work on calling God. Now all of you guys can actually call God as well. That's 7 put into calling God. Good to know that Domem is stacked thick with province defense. Probably better just to leave that. If he has no route back to Atlantis, then that's okay. And I don't think he does unless he has like all of this. Which he might. I mean, he has this. There's no reason to think that he doesn't have a lot of water provinces. That could be a big problem for me. Maybe we should make do without our god for a bit, just have the people back home deal with it. You guys could continue to strangle Atlantis. I gotta spend my everything on something. Let's try and keep the guy choked in a bit. I don't like sending all these guys to attack when they could be calling for the God Almighty. And our Bless isn't so powerful anymore, so I could just send somebody like Grammar in with the army. If I send Grammar out there and keep the rest of you back here, we should be okay, unless he has a huge attack on us. He has 110 units in the capital now. Huh, that's a little concerning actually. Perhaps we should just stay here and call God in case he attacks into Black Forest. Get ourselves some good backup. Yeah, might be for the better. I should also keep the Prophet well guarded. Alright, slightly concerning, but only slightly. I'm sure we'll see it through. We always do. Who's doing nothing? Spy there, but I want a spy there. I might also prefer a spy over in Midland if we can. Just keep an eye on him on all sides. Yeah, just hide and wait. My worry is that he pops out of the water, starts grabbing a lot more provinces, and I don't have the malleability to take him down anymore. Okay, a fight in Bell. So this is kind of what I was fearing and expecting in equal measure. His units are a whole lot stronger than our chaff here. So, man, he's got good units there now. And the Blightlands are having problems. Bell, huh? Not surprising that he struck out. I should strike back, though. Just keep his units very dead, but he might have a lot to spend on province defense again. Well, that would just suck for me, wouldn't it? Stay there, stay there. Oh, if he does continue on the warpath, he could go around here. That would blow for me. Alright, let's just keep these guys coming out and calling that God. God knows it takes a while. What are the province numbers? Does that determine the order of things? Because, I mean, this is 11, 7, and 9. I don't know what that means, though. Actually, you're set to hide and wait. You also just wait there. Lower moves first. Okay, so 7 is going to move before 11. Now if he goes into Midland, then he can go wherever he bleeding well wants, which is a real shame for me. Maybe I should bring those reinforcements in sooner rather than later. Grimmer, we all like calling God, but... Okay, you can get over to Dunheim quicker than they can move into Dunheim, and if Dunheim just has a decent bit of protection, and you set up a good line formation... Well, maybe I should box formation, since that's the way blessings like to work. Hold and attack. And maybe also give you a couple bodyguards of your own, in case they decide to go for you. Okay, so we did go into Bell, but did we find his main army or not? Ah, they hung around in Bell. Let's hope that that divine blessing of ours is enough, because it doesn't have Berserk anymore. Wait, it does? Oh, they're naturally Berserkers, okay. But our protection is a lot lower now. Natural protection 6 instead of 11. Oh well, do your best, non-blessed giants. Oh, you can still crush them, that's good. That's what I like to see. More losses than I'd like to see, though, but that's why we have reinforcements coming in. And they were fighting in Dom M. They took back the province that I lost, didn't they? Unrest and misfortune, population and death, and heat. Oh, we don't like heat, do we? Hang on, Dom M? They must have had a misfortunate event with their own barbarian scum there. Yeah, that explains those barbarians that go on their rampage. Now, I could take Dom M myself. I just don't want to give their unit... Oh, their province defense is exceptionally powerful. Maybe I should just leave them there then. Let them waste their time with that. There's something to be said for attacking on Atlantis since we have all of our units here. You can't get to Atlantis in one shot, but you can go into the Black Forests. That gives you a chance to call God. And then, yeah, we just go for the strangulation on Atlantis, even if our god isn't there. Losing our god, though. Ooh, I don't like it. I certainly do not like it. Keep on calling that god of ours, please. Maybe bring in him so he can lead some more units over to the front line. I'd certainly like that. You hide and wait, so I know what's going on there at all times. Midland is a shame for me if he goes for it. How about mercenaries? I should be able to outdo him on money. Okay, here's my question. Can we fight him in Atlantis? Would certainly be a strangulation on him. But if we get fought back, that would be painful stuff. Archers, long dead, ice warriors. No, I should go for the full-on strangulation while I can, and prepare for reinforcements to come in. And Bon, bring it in, please. Shove a bit more province defense here. Powerful, well organized. Shame I threw away my dog just because I had Dominion and Dom M. I thought I'd be fine, but nope. He also only spawned one puppy, but what a shame. Let's finish this, he says. Don't give me hope. You gotta remember, he's also got province defense there, which is probably quite powerful. And we only have 50, 60 odd giants coming in. But only about 50 of them would be on the front line, and they don't have their super blessings. A huge Kvikfog towering over the army. Interesting. But if I besiege Atlantis, I'm going to stop him from recruiting, which will be a nice addition. And any time that I give him now is just giving him more freedom. No mercenaries available at least, so he won't have those coming for him. Alright, Atlantis, how are you feeling? Ah, crumbs, I should have moved this box formation. He's in a very boxy looking formation, and he's got those guys with the... No, I thought he had the poison stinger guys. I guess not, he's just got some weirdos. Well, kill the weirdos! Those weirdos have nets, but they also have dying. Lost a lot more giants than I would have liked to there. And even our hearse got some kills in. Still, his mighty province defense isn't looking so mighty. Those walls are coming down. Now we won't be able to recruit in Atlantis anymore. Not done though yet, especially since he has more units coming out of Dom M. And knowing how exceptionally well organized it is. Yeah, he definitely has the waters. We can't go into the water, which is a problem. But I can keep calling my god. And then I'm going to spread out and build temples everywhere with the new income that I'm going to have. He's still going to have provinces, so he won't be dead if I take Atlantis. But I do intend to kill him, that much is for certain. There we go. Oh, the Black Forest Gatto has an attack coming in. Here's ours, here's... Wait, which side's ours? Okay, this is ours, and this is his. He's sending out his chaff that he's been recruiting. Sadly, in a chaff versus chaff battle, don't know who's going to win. Looks good for us. Doesn't look good for us. Curses, his archers did us in there. Can't believe he took Black Forest. Quite surprised, really. I will, however, fueled with anger, take it back. Because I don't want him having anything around his capital here. And that's why I have you there, Hogne. Oh, but what if he masses up another massive province defense here again? Hogne, get in there. You guys should all be calling God. Do I have any of the big guys there? No? Thought I heard a big... Oh, well, I guess I had him and moved him out then. More of him, more of them. Get everything we can. When our god is back, we build temples galore. Our dominion is hurting because our god isn't around to spread it much. Just keep that siege going, though. Walls are severely damaged. Well, severely damaged Black Forest as well. Don't give him any chance. Just two box line formations. That's terrible, to be honest. Especially when you can have a lot better. There you go. Okay, the nation rejoices. The White Wolf of Icicle Creek is back. He lost some nature, but that's okay. Now, what's going on here? Did I get him back in time to get the Bless active, though? Yes. Yes, we are zerking. Why are you guys holding? Oh, right. I remember why now. That's okay. Good to have fresh reinforcements, right? Only lost one of our own guys. Right. Atlantis made a proclamation. It was no doubt that they're bringing back their... here you go. Bringing back their prophet. And now we break those walls down and storm the place. Somebody got some mercs. Interesting. The Green Horde. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having my own Green Horde. And I can certainly outbid the next guy. It's not even that I particularly want them, but I want him to not have them. So here's 700 smackaroos. Join in here and storm Atlantis with me. You guys are going to come into Atlantis and help with that siege. And now I have a lot of guys that no longer need to call God, which I suppose is quite nice. You shall be bringing in reinforcements, dog. swiftly as you can. Get them over there first. The rest of you, well, you have a lot of not much to do. So, just, I don't know, spread out. You can preach the teachings of God, if nothing else. I'll just get some of them over there, and some of them over there. So I'm gonna have a lot of mess to undo here. And of course, we gotta have our White Wolf back in the fray, or we could have the White Wolf take over more provinces for us. That might actually be quite good. Take these over so I have more places to spread my love. Risk getting the dog killed again. That's another way to look at it, of course. Okay, Dragon Point. Dragon Point? That's our dog going back in. Hopefully not too frazzled. Immediately getting shanked again, but that's okay, I suppose. Also getting... Those crossbows, I think, did in the dog last time. Good thing you have fear to drive them off, then. Black Forest, Unrest, Misfortune, Misfortune. Breach in Atlantis. I did not hire the Green Horde. Somehow, Atlantis, with their capital under siege, was able to get enough units, or enough money to get that. Which seems insane to me. Very insane to me. Good luck over in the range there. Alright, well, time for our own revenge. It's time to construct temples galore. Each temple will help me push my dom. A lot of you are defending. Okay, whatever gets you there. You might die if he breaks out and does a push. Oh, especially since he took Ionia. He doesn't like that. Well, I don't like that. Let's not risk building a temple here then, if we don't have to. Those warriors are pretty crappy. But I don't want him to get anything here. I wanted to strangle him here, but he keeps breaking out. Right, if I have backup coming in here, I'm not going to worry about the whole building a temple thing. You know, our dog could help with that. But, you know, province defense bit me once. I shouldn't let it bite me again. Okay, storm that castle. Take over Atlantis. Break their dom. Looks fine. Somebody was still on hold and attack, though, I think. No? Guess not. Right, that should be... Actually, we should hold an attack, because then they'll spill out to us. So, our prophet should definitely cast... Divine Blessing, and then hold, or maybe hold again. Others I just want to hold for 2 turns. Actually, they're all priests, so they'll probably all just cast magic anyway. But as long as our main units hold and not the enemy come out to us, we'll be okay. We'll be golden even. I'll even stand back with everyone, truly let them come to us. Sometimes you can click on this, sometimes you can't. I don't get it. So here's my thinking about sieges. They're one massive choke point. Jake, the AI must be cheating with merc bids at this point. Not really. This guy has full amazing scales, and impossible mode gives him something like double income. So it's not implausible that he's getting, I don't know, 1,000 gold per turn. I own most of the map, and I get 1,300, was it? No, 1,000. I see. Right, well, as long as everyone's storming this castle, we should be okay. Battle, big battle. Although he made another battle. It might have been my dog. Hopefully my dog didn't die and give us a bad time here. Black Fort. Oh, I didn't put in province defense in black thingamajigger. We fought in the range. That's our dog. Hopefully they don't have a mage there to kill my dog. Not any kind of special mage. They try to hit you 0, 0, 0, 0. I do like thick skin. Glorious in harmony. He fought us in Mitriand. Ah, there's his bloody warriors. Well, this is why I brought in some giants. Unfortunately, they're very unblessed giants. Because I only have regular blessings for them, and blessings have this way of missing all the time. So, some of the front line. Some of the front line is blessed. Well, I hope that was their commander, because someone just died. Hard to tell, all these fish faces look the same. Ah, their lord's at the back. Well, just gotta kill them. Skewer those fish, roast them over a fire. That's what I think of your units. Population down in Mitriand, nature gems get. Upcoming arena battle. You know what? I'm not really sure I care, but we're gonna have somebody go in, don't we? On you go, Nancy Drew. Compete in that death match. And let's prepare a backup, Nancy Drew. And let's construct those temples wherever one can. Can't move around here as much as I'd like. There go our temples already. What a shame. But hey, Atlantis is... Oh, I missed that. What a shame. Atlantis battle. Let's see how it went. Oh, he's got quite a few. At least we're all blessed. So the reason I wait is to let his units come out first. That can backfire if they summon dead. Oh, they're summoning dead. The whole idea is not to have this choke point, but I think we're going to end up with a choke point anyway. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, to make matters considerably worse, he has these ice salamanders that do Drake Frost. Fortunately, we all have cold resistance, so it shouldn't hurt, but it might still hurt. Also, with his archers on the walls, we do not have shields to protect against that. He's going to summon a lot of undead, and that's going to be a big problem for us. Oh, this is a sizable problem. He's also got some kind of elementals, ice elementals. I wouldn't be surprised if we break here. Actually, berserkers can't break. So we'll be alright on that front, if nothing else. Alright, we broke through. Get him. Whew, that was expensive. Quite expensive. 17 of our precious giants are dead, but his forces were also ripped asunder. And hey, Grimmer's brave tales are told for that. None of our leaders lost there. Wouldn't be too big a loss if we did, but huzzah. That should cripple his tax income, but he's been able to retreat to the seas now. That's bad news for me. What we need to do is go on a rampage. That's the obvious solution to this problem, right? Enemy force appears to consist of a single infantry. Let's risk that. Probably isn't, but we'll risk it anyway. Vormir, could you join in with us, please? I want you to also cast your spells. Hopefully he'll be attracted to the Siege of Atlantis. And are there any units that have siege defense bonus here? Siege bonus? That's besieging, not protecting. Oh, bodyguard. Huh. That's a shame. I was hoping I could have cheap units to guard the walls with to prevent him from pouring in. Could make light infantry. I can't make my beloved sacreds, though. And then again, there's siege defense, which is its own thing here. I mean, this guy still has pretty good 2.2 from the rock thrower. Just anything to help those walls hold a little longer. But that's very expensive. You know what? It's got good walls here, 750, so we'll just leave it be. Move out, take the rest of this stuff back, and starve him from Dom. Oh, I don't know who I'm playing in Dom 5 Blitz tomorrow. I'll have to think up some kind of build for that. A lot of people just hanging around defending, but I don't have the money to build more temples with. Nancy Drew's about to compete in the death match. I meant happy match. Atlantis, I guess we'll give you the bare bones of province defense, same for everywhere else that we have. Always feels like a bummer when someone just strolls in and takes a province, worse than if you just had 6 province defense there. Get you over there, get one of you over there. Now I'm going to have a lot of people that are wasting their turns, which always feels bad, but I can't think of better things to do with them if I don't have temples to go. The unrest is unfortunately high here, but we can live with that. Sounds like spare bodyguards to me. Take the Black Forest, take the rest of these land provinces, so any attack they do from now on has to be from the sea. I wish I held the Cradle of Life. Good income there, and income's kind of what drives me. So if I can sweep around and take these, I should be alright. And my god dog can step in now. Preach in Atlantis, Jake. Only my prophet would be able to preach that away with any real impact. Because each candle is a 5% reduction in success chance, and a level 1 only has 30%. So it's 30, 25, 20, 15, yeah, no chance. But there's no... their temple has been raised, if nothing else. Actually, this is a perfect place for a temple. Could you go and sneak in, please? There's no way he'll be able to build temples faster than me, nor will he have the space to build more temples than me. Still, that's assuming that these fights go well. They might not. God knows what he's like with his province defense. Oh well, this is not case in point. Good night. Black Forest, though. What's your story? It's quite the story. Well, and what are these? They look darker than regular heavy cavalry. They're using morning stars. This must be the Drake's Few, or the mercenary band of cavalry that he bought. Well, time to show that that was a waste of money, because we actually have our Awake Pretender bonuses. Well, there was a giant there, he's gone now. I think he's going to do more damage to me financially than I'm doing to him by killing those guys. Those giants don't come freely. Now, fortunately, these short bows on the cavalry, 11 attack versus 19 defense. Yeah, we got that. People are angry with ale drinking habits and boisterous demeanor. Speaking of ale drinking, yesterday and day before I spent most of the day playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, trying to get a second opinion on it. It's actually alright. It's not great, I'm not sure if I'll go back to it again. There's something just so about open worlds to me. But I think I was a bit unfair on that first time I played it. Oh, Magnus got discovered and slaughtered. There's something very fun about going around and just trying to murder everyone without being caught. And even if you get caught, you just pay the fine. Because usually people don't catch me murdering, they catch me stealing. Midland, yeah, I think we're alright. Ah, that's him sneaking around us. Especially when I didn't realize I could level up so many things with perks, so once I finally started leveling up my sneaking around ability, boy was I just knifing everyone to death. Felt pretty good. Oh, Nancy Drew, how did the deathmatch go? Nancy Drew won the arena deathmatch in the name of the White Wolf, but where was your fight? Did they just not send somebody there? Not seeing anything there. Well, congratulations, Nancy. Here's your Champion's Gladius. I'm not sure if that's actually stronger than what you had before. I suppose I could compare. 29 Broadsword, 32 Champion's Gladius. Well, good on you. You've got lucky though, so you're much less likely to die. Winner by default. Winner by default is still a winner. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Alright, the more temples we have, the more we're going to crush our foe. On that front at least. Here you go, Nancy. Celebrate by having command of your own units. Since we have this, let's give it the bare minimum province defense. Let's not let anyone just stroll into Black Forest again. Now, we know that this has an exceptionally powerful province defense. Let's not have that. Actually, Vornir doesn't need to be there. But I need every unit that can fit in there to fit in there. You just get back, it'll be okay. It'll be alright, lads. I want you to go and hide and wait there. Still a little concerned. He could have anything out there in those waters. Probably has a temple and a couple of forts, and he's building up over there. But his dominion wanes, as well it should. You're going to stand there and preach till your cheeks turn blue. And I'm actually going to bring Hogne back as well. And Hogne is going to bring all the non-blesseds. We're going to have reinforcements for these guys, so it'll be alright. Wait, I don't want to bring Hogne back. Ah, crap. A has level 2. That works. A, you're going back then. But the rest of you are going to clean this place up, starting with Domam, then Waywoods, and then we should have the land. Whilst our foe has retreated to the sea. Nancy Drew has everybody there. Good. A lot of people waiting around without much to do, but that's a given. At least they're not very expensive in upkeep, because they are sacred. I made a mistake before. I thought this upkeep was further halved by the sacred boon, but no. This shows the final amount, which is a bit of a shame. Makes a lot of units more expensive than I thought they were, but I'll just have to live with that. 11 commanders are doing nothing. Right, they're trying to fight us in Atlantis, and they actually took care of our very pathetic guards. Oh, don't want to watch that. I'm more interested in how we took care of that province defense. If indeed we took care of it, might have not. Exceptionally well organized. You probably saw the heavy cavalry and thought, I must have all of that. Well, we had all of that, and down they go. Sometimes I think there should be more of a limit on how many of these giant, unstoppable killing machines you can have. But if I can have them, I will. Oh, wow, we didn't even kill any of my units. The enemy cannot harm our walls in Atlantis. They're only shamblers. Hey, our dog could save the day. Bit risky in case he brings in reinforcements, though. Takes me a couple turns to get back. I think he reduces my income from Atlantis when he does that, which is a damn shame for me. Send in the dog. Send in the others over here. That's frozen on both sides of the river. It doesn't look it, though. The ground looks... Where's the snow effect? Come to think of it, there's been no snow effect this entire run, hasn't there? What happened to that? Where'd it go? Everything's really cold, but there's no snow showing up. You're probably going to have to go for a throne victory or start researching ways to go underwater. Nah. Yeah. There's no thrones to be had for a throne victory. Researching ways to get underwater? I mean, I'd rather just spam temples and kill him like that. I can get over to Namor at least. If he even has that. Not so happy with him holding on to this, but as long as we can preach the teach. Can't we just take all the land and call it a day, says Young? Young's not happy because I stomped my way to victory. Are you going to take part in the Blitz tomorrow there, Young? Just go on the attack, there's no need to hold anymore. Nor is there need for you to hold. Take care of Waywoods, make sure we have a bit of province defense going on here. I wonder about Vilveros though. Well, keep those temples going if nothing else, get you over there. And then we'll start taking over the north as well. It's about the only thing that we don't have now. Little worrisome going into this, but we do have our Dominion at least, so the dog should be fine. If the dog dies again, I'll be pretty sad. Okay, we attacked into them at Waywoods. Any evolution of Aurora Dusk? No, I think it's dead in the water. I wish it weren't, but I can't see a way to not make it dead in the water. The multiplayer just does not accept multiple units, or multiple players rather. Wow. Liking how these giants operate. Barely any losses against such big province defense. Okay, dog, don't die on me. We know that there's only a few of them here. The dog's just not getting a lot of friends these days, but I guess it's just random, however many you get. Population down, unrest. Dominion change in Tenera, that's very bad. And they're actually damaging our walls. Mostly shamblers. Wonder if he's going to buy the crossbows. Wait, Black Forest? Ah, go figure he would stroll into Black Forest. Not gonna make the same mistake again, though. Mistake being that I sent in units to die to his province defense. Now, Nancy Drew and the White Wolf of Icicle Creek are gonna go in there. Line formation. And since they're fighting together with our god, and hopefully our god can go in the flank there, and we should be alright. Here, have a couple of bodyguards. Just attack. Try to have you up a bit so that the dog can get stuck in. Nothing's going to kill the dog in a few lucky hits. Alright, I want this. Oh boy, what's he got going on there? Tritons and Triton guards. Fortunately, that's water only, so they won't be coming out onto the sea with that. Once we're done with here, we'll relieve Atlantis, which is barely taking a scratch. So this army will be taking care of all this. How about that treasury, though? There are temples being left unbuilt right now. That's unacceptable. If there are other people without anything to do, they could come to Atlantis and preach the teach. Of course, they can't get in just yet, but soon. It's a lot of units to consider moving around here, but oh well. Yeah, you don't have anything to do there. Get over to Bell. You're just hiding. I'd like you over there, but that might be a tall order right now. Do you think this will become an itch that needs scratched regularly? No. No, I do not. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, occasionally. But I don't think I'm wrong here. Come on, that should be enough to take over some crummy mountains here. Holy points going up thanks to building all those temples, so I can even have even more giants, although I'm not sure I need them. I need temples now, not giants. Okay, so you're going in there, you're going up there. Ah, Waywoods needs something resembling a defense. So do you. That should be my guy choked to death, but because he's Atlantis, he was able to retreat into the sea. Although he came out for Teneria. What does he have coming out of the waters? Wait, what? How? Okay, so he brought in commanders, archers, and whatnot into here. From where? He doesn't own Namur. The only place he could have brought them in from is from the waters, but how? I don't get it. Are you okay, Jake? Admitting to being wrong ever does not sound like you. Well, I have been wrong on occasion, but occasionally I will deny that. I think that's okay. What happened there? Oh, well, never mind that. What happened to Black Forest Gatto? Why did I not send my dog in here? We were meant to all be blessed for this attack, but oh well. Oh, I think I understand now. They sent their attacking force from Black Forest into Tenera, lost, and then we moved into Black Forest, but I somehow forgot to send my dog? Unsure. Maybe I can watch the VOD and understand. Or maybe I won't care. What else happened? Tritons can shed their tails and walk on land, right? I hope not. Alright, these are the guys I didn't want to take on too early. Probably a mistake. Look at them go. Barely even scratched. Our so-called damaged walls in Atlantis, probably not a problem. I don't want to run into Namur with my unblessed dog. I might split you guys. Actually, Nancy Drew's the only one here. I guess Nancy Drew can go here. The dog can continue to defend Teneria with a little bit more provincial defense. And since you've done such a great job taking this, spread out over to the Cradle of Life, please. You guys get stuck in there. Some of these guys just don't know what to do with themselves. And we just keep making more of our jolly giants. You guys are moving over there, which is A-okay. Alright, the land is now essentially ours. I just don't like that we're still under siege in Atlantis. Nor do I like the fact that we're missing out on some temples here. You there, construct me a new temple. The rest of you are moving out, as you should. Over to Bell in Atlantis and just keep preaching the teach. Actually, instead of moving in there with Nancy Drew, I think you will move in. You'll help with the blessing, if nothing else. And you guys are all going to move into Bell anyway. I just want to preach this, preach these hostilities away. And why don't you search? You got nothing better to do there. And you just... That should be frozen over. You should be able to go over there and tell me what's what. None were found. Dang. Okay, so the battle to relieve Atlantis. Okay, they're just shamblers. And for that, they die. Cradle of Life, easy victory. Stonegrave Mountains. I think that's just us cleaning up, isn't it? It is us cleaning up. The land is ours. There's one island to take. Otherwise, all is well here. So let's celebrate by constructing ourselves a temple here. And you guys are all going to be preaching the teachings. Actually, it's too much for Chast and Hulvert to preach here. Not too much for you guys, though. Get preaching. Namur also needs preached, not to mention a temple. Doesn't have our dominion, though, so I don't want to run in there with our dog. Nancy Drew, you're going to go and investigate. Ah, Nancy Drew. I really hope that the final game comes out, and I also hope that it's good. Alright, what to do with you guys? I'm in a bit of a pickle here, what with him having retreated to the waters, but... Look at this, our dominion is actually spreading into the water. So really, his dominion consists of this island and these four provinces together are his entire dominion. So let's say Dag here sits around and construct a temple, and the rest of all of you just preach the teachings. I think we're going to have one very dead god quite soon. I need to make sure that Nancy Drew goes to give our dog some backup, though. Atlantis have got their prophet back. The prophet Druski. Well, prophet of Druski. Uzumna's the name of them. Province resource, Dominion. Tenra's got loss of Dominion, but... Oh, well, they lost Dominion over Namor. I think that means our dog is heading on in for the kill. Well, that seems risky. Let's not kill our dog at the last moment. Go on a patrol for now. Our huge number of temples should be all we need here. Speaking of, construct me another temple. Anywhere else missing a temple? Yeah, these mountains are. Every temple's another temple check, and another temple check is bad news for my enemy. Well, how about that? Permanently vanquished. The end as Dominion did not touch a single province. Victory. Ah, that victory might ring pretty hollow for anyone and everyone, truth be told, but I don't care. I like the blitzing. I do not like my games to take, well, more than one day for starters. But I just wanted to load up against an invincible AI and curb stomp him to show that... Wait, it's not invincible. It's impossible, right? To show that there is no impossible here. Even if there were other AIs, my opinion is I would have this guy smothered, and with my combined forces I would have at least enough to overcome the extra income they get. And then I use my galactic human brain to go and crush the rest of them. I love blitzing, and I love hell blesses and hell scales. I think it's the more enjoyable way to play the game. At best, the protracted stuff is fun around mid-game when you have some like level 5 spells or such, but going for the long games just... I don't want to think that long. So I feel sorry for whoever is going to be my neighbor in the Blitz multiplayer game, because they might beat me, they might not. Either way, they're going to have a big drain on their resources at the start, which other people aren't going to get, and that's going to put them in a bad situation. But I'd rather go out bright and fast than nestle in for a protracted game. That said, it's going to be mid-age, so I need to think of a build for that. 1 hour 58, nice time. No, that's the total time the stream was going on. We had like 10 minutes of setup. Okay, that means this took pretty much no time whatsoever. That doesn't mean we're going to have another one. In fact, this is the last single-player stream of Dom 5 you're going to be seeing on the channel for quite some time. I don't want to say never, as in you'll never see it again, but I don't intend on doing this for... I can't give any kind of time frame, but don't expect it within the next few months at least. It is indeed time for the next Longplay. I need to, or Longplay vote rather, I need to go and get that ready, so talk amongst yourselves for a few minutes whilst I prep that one up. I suppose I could let the history play out, couldn't I?